Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some breaking news that puts a whole new twist into the events leading up to Vergil Ortiz's return. Y'all heard Rick Meridian. See this poster right here? In the bottom it says Jermell Charlo as an option, Tszyu as an option. Y'all heard the breaking news that was circulating the boxing world. Vergil Ortiz, since he can't get a world title fight or get a fight with Jerome Tennis, the man has decided to move to 160 pounds. It was reported that Tszyu, guys like Carlos Adames, and guys like Jermell Charlo were the front runners to be next and take on Vergil Ortiz. Well, it's breaking news. Jermell Charlo has come out and made a statement. It says that HAYMON has let him know he's fighting against Tszyu next. Jermell Charlo is fighting Tszyu, coming back after a 3-year layoff. By September, it's going to be a 3-year layoff, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't announced a specific date yet, but that fight, Jermell Charlo says, has been confirmed. That means Tszyu is going back-to-back with dudes that haven't been in the ring for 3 years long. Is Tszyu going to become the OG killer? Is this fool about to take Jermell Charlo out the goddamn game? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Jermell Charlo, he's been dropping videos. He looks fantastic. He looks like he's in good shape. But it's hard to tell. At the end of the day, Jermell Charlo is returning. So that leaves a whole new question. Who is Vergil Ortiz going to fight then? That takes Jermell Charlo and Tszyu as possible opponents. Tszyu was a possible opponent. Like I said earlier, he had beat Errol Spence Jr. That was a fight that Vergil Ortiz had caught for. He caught it the dream fight. It kind of would have made sense to go fight Tszyu. The only problem is that the fights with Jermell Charlo and Tszyu kind of seem like cherry-picking type of fights. They kind of seem like, you know, you guys are in position to petition to the WBC as the WBC interim junior middleweight champions. You guys can petition to the WBC to get an automatic title shot or be mandated next to fight Carlos Adames for his WBC bout. We know for a fact he can do that. Yet they don't want to use their petitions. They don't want to file a petition. So now, the question becomes, who is Vergil Ortiz going to fight next? I see Rick Meridian take to Instagram and post this. They're calling out Amari Jones. Is that a realistic fight? They're both under Golden Boy Promotions. It's a very possible fight, but Amari Jones is mandated to face against Aaron McKenna next. Is he really going to turn down that opportunity when he's next for Aaron McKenna's IBF title? The IBF already announced via Instagram, not an official announcement, but via Instagram, on their story, posting what Oscar De La Hoya said for Amari Jones, that don't worry, you're going to be next. The IBF is going to order this fight. That lets me know that the IBF is complying with Amari Jones and that fight against Aaron McKenna. So I don't know if that's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Although that's a fantastic fight for Vergil Ortiz to hop into. That is a fantastic fight. A lot of props. Carlos Adames is there and Erislandy Lara is there. Erislandy Lara, it's time for somebody to take this man out. I want to see Vergil Ortiz as somebody who supported him but been disappointed and has went off on him for these current moves, moving up to 160 pounds. I understand the man is being boxed out, but there's still guys like Bakram Mirzataliev. Why aren't these fights being made at 154 pounds? Why can't you have a little tuna fight? Yes, the fans are going to get mad, but to be able to wait out this Jerome Tennis, Fundora, and Kelly situation. I understand it's going to take a minute before that happens, but it just is disappointing, man. You guys had problems with your own goddamn management company, and I understand that may not be your fault, but still, the problems were there. Nothing was situated. The fight should have never been talked about if we were going to get into those type of disputations all the way to arbitration, and then you guys don't even go through with the arbitration. A deal was made before it. Why couldn't that deal be made when you guys were negotiating with Jerome Tennis? As a Vergil Ortiz supporter, I have to be real no matter what. I want to see this man fight a world champion, not a Jermell Charlo or Tszyu, which as of right now, it looks like those options are off the table. The question now becomes, who's next for Vergil Ortiz? Be careful on who you select. Be careful, because they caught Jerome Boots Santos a duck for moving up and fighting Usuma Lima in his first fight at 154 pounds. If Vergil Ortiz can't secure a big name fight and he ends up fighting the likes of somebody like that at 160 pounds, everything will be contradiction. It'll be coming back. And y'all know we got to call out the facts, ladies and gentlemen. So Vergil Ortiz, be careful who you select. I don't understand why the WBC hasn't came out with an announcement that Vergil Ortiz's team has petitioned to them to be able to get that spot against Carlos Adames and fight for his WBC title. I don't understand why it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. We got to see what Team Ortiz has in plan for us, man. Let me know what you guys think, though. It's absolutely breaking news. Jermell Charlo versus Tszyu. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be a fantastic fight. Tszyu might just become the OG killer, but I'm rocking with my dog Jermell, just like I rocked with my dog Earl. Let's see if Jermell can get it done. My goodness, the 154-pound former undisputed king is back, and I think this fight's going to be at 160. Let me know what you guys think, though. I'm out.